Hey guys, today we are going to explain the story of Mobland Season 1 Episode 3. Friends, we have already explained the previous two episodes, so I suggest you watching those two videos first before diving into this one. This web series is full of action, and if you are visiting this channel for the first time, please make sure to subscribe. So without any further delays, let's jump straight into the story of episode 3. At the beginning of this episode, a huge explosion occurs at Kevin's place, and the person who caused it was Richie. At the same time, Kevin calls Harry and tells him that Richie is coming for all of us, so get out of there as soon as possible. Harry quickly wakes up his wife and his daughter Gina and tells them, we have to leave this place immediately. Pack your bags quickly. They both get scared. They realize Harry has dragged them into some trouble. They try to ask what the matter is, but Harry says nothing. We're just going somewhere far away. Then Harry calls his friend Mike and says, I'm coming to you very soon. Meanwhile, we see Conrad and Kevin is also with him. Both are calling their people and asking them to reach at Conrad's place quickly. Then Harry calls Kevin and tells him, bring Eddie to me quickly. But Kevin says, Conrad wants everyone to be here, so you come here. But Harry says, no, bring Eddie to me and do it quickly. Right there, Maeve is also standing. She starts saying, Serafina is not our daughter, so why are you bringing her here? Conrad replies, you keep quiet. Just because her father was someone else doesn't mean that she's not our daughter. She's as much our daughter as Brandon is our son. We see Harry driving away from the house with his wife and his daughter when he notices a car following him. Harry goes up to that car. These people are Richie's men. They point a gun at Harry and say, we are here for you. Harry tells them, why are we dying in the fight between two people? Don't you care about your lives? Then Harry calls Conrad and puts him on speaker and tell these two men, today you can attack us. But Conrad's men will find you, and no matter where you hide, they will kill you. You also have families. It's better for you to leave and tell Richie that Harry wasn't here. Conrad, listening on the phone, also threatens them and says, if you don't listen to him, I'll have you both killed. The two men get scared and don't follow Harry anymore. Harry escapes with his wife and kids, and this is how the episode begins. Kevin is also taking his son Eddie in the car to meet Harry. We see Harry reaching a place where his old friend Mike lives, who has a boat. Harry introduces his family to Mike and tells his wife and daughter Gina, you both will stay here with Mike for a few days. He's a good man. Gina says, you never told us about this friend. Harry replies, he is an old friend. You will be safe here. His wife reminds him, we have a therapy session scheduled. Make sure you reach on time. Harry assures, don't worry, I'll be there on time. We see Bella going to meet her father. She tells Anthony, when I was 15, I used to play here. Then she meets her father. During the meeting, there's a talk to arrange a meeting with the Prime Minister. Bella's father says, you don't need anyone to meet the Prime Minister. I can directly arrange a meeting for you. Then they realize there's a camera inside Bella's purse which records her father's every word. When she comes outside, Anthony, who had gone in with her, takes her purse and says, I'll make a copy and send it to you. We see Harry driving to meet Eddie, but he also notices he is being followed. Somehow he escapes and reaches a place where Kevin is already present with Eddie. Kevin asks, why you call us here? Then Harry opens a container. Inside is a man, the bartender that Harry had beaten up. Eddie says, I don't know him. Harry says, I didn't ask you that. Harry tells the bartender, tell Kevin what you told me. Then Harry also shows the pieces of Tommy's body. The bartender begins talking and says, that day, Tommy and Eddie came to the club. Eddie stabbed a man and both ran away. After that, Eddie texted me. I went to pick them up and brought them back to the club. But when I was working, I wasn't near them. Later, when I went to check, Eddie wasn't there. And Tommy had been stabbed 50 to 60 times and was dead. Kevin becomes furious with his son. He brings him to the office, beats him, gives him electric shocks and says, you have started a war. Why did you do this? Kevin asks Harry, does Conrad know about this? Harry replies, he's your son. That's why I told you first. Then Kevin calls his father Conrad and says, something terrible has happened. We have found Tommy, but it was our son who killed him. Conrad gets very angry. Maeve, who's also there, asks, what's going on? Put the call on speaker. Maeve hears everything. Conrad tells his grandson Eddie, listen to me carefully now. But then Maeve interrupts Conrad and says, if you say anything to Eddie, that will be wrong. Just tell him that you're proud of him. But Conrad says nothing and cuts the call. Then Harry and Kevin comes outside. Kevin says, I don't know what my father is thinking. We are badly stuck in this. Harry says, no, we still have one option. With that option, we can buy some time and possibly survive. Kevin asks, what's the option? Tell me. Meanwhile, we see Conrad and his wife in the bathroom. Conrad wonders how to get out of this. She says, I also have an idea. Richie's wife is Braun. We can use her help to get out of this. Conrad asks, why would she help us? Her son is dead. Maeve says, that's why we'll use her. Harry goes to Kiko and tells him, go to this address and bring me photos of his wife and kids. He also tells Josiah, drop Eddie back home. Just then, Harry receives a call from Maria, who's calling from a Golds Club. She says, you were supposed to come here. Harry says, I'm sorry, I'll be a bit late, but I'll reach you in 20 minutes. Then Harry tells Kevin, I'll finish my work and come back to you quickly. As Harry leaves, he sees the same car is following him again. He reaches Maria and she takes him to a director. Harry tells the woman, I had an appointment but I got stuck in the traffic. The woman says, then you'll have to come another time. Just then, a co-worker comes and says, pipeline is damaged. We need a plumber, but all the plumbers are busy. Harry gives her a few phone numbers and says, call these people, mention my name, they're plumber, and they'll come quickly. He also tells the director, please try to fix my appointment. Saying this, he walks out and starts talking to Maria. Meanwhile, the people who were following Harry takes photos of him and Maria. Harry returns to Kevin, sees Kevin has made all the preparations. Even armed men have arrived. Kevin asks, did you get a call from Bella? She's not answering my calls. Harry says, no. They both dress up and go back into the container where the bartender is kept. Harry tells him, when I first met you, I told you that if you help Harrington family, they'll help you out. But right now, you have to help us. If you don't, Kevin will lose his family and I will lose mine. Then they show the bartender his own family and say, you have a family too. The bartender gets scared, starts crying and says, please let me go. I'll do whatever you say. That's when Harry feels a little relief. Until then, we see Eddie who reaches his home. As soon as he reaches home, he meets Serafina. He doesn't know who the girl is. Serafina says that you have put this family into trouble. So he says that this is not your family, but my family. I don't even know you. Just then, Conrad also arrives there. Serafina starts saying, Archie was guilty. Who told you about this? So Conrad says, your mom told me about it, meaning Maeve did. At that moment, Maeve also arrives there singing a song. She meets her grandson Eddie and starts saying, son, you did an amazing job. You made everyone proud. She also tells Eddie you have a true Harrington blood in you. On this, Serafina replies and starts saying, true blood is in me and Conrad. Maeve also responds to this. She says, someone told me that there was a very long line outside your toilet. Hearing this, Serafina gets angry and she leaves from there. So Conrad says, don't pay attention to what she said. Let's both go out for a walk. Serafina starts telling her dad that Maeve is the worst woman. Conrad says that she has been like this from the beginning. When she was 16, Brandon made her pregnant. At that time, I was at home. Then there was a knock at my door. I thought maybe it was my father. But when I opened my door, Maeve was there. A harsh and beautiful woman. Serafina starts asking, did Eddie really kill Tommy? So her father says, no. Nothing like that happened. Until then, we see Harry and Kevin is with him. These people have now captured the bartender and they are telling the bartender that you will have to support us, and they make a plan. Their plan is that they will hand over the bartender to Richie and the bartender will completely convince Richie that I killed Tommy. In this way, the Harrington family will be safe. And they tell bartender that in return, we will take full responsibility of your family. We will also take care of their lifelong expenses and we will be the ones to raise your family. But Harry starts saying, if he lies, we might get trapped. I don't trust him. I think we should kill him and his family too. But the bartender starts crying and says, please don't do this to my family. I will do whatever you say. So Harry calls Richie from there and says, I have a bad news for you. Your son has been found, but he's dead. Hearing this, Richie starts crying but also gets very angry. Harry then tells Kevin, you take my car because some police officers are following me, and I will take your car. So Kevin does just that. He takes Harry's car and the police start chasing that car. Meanwhile, Harry takes Kevin's car and leaves. The police keep chasing Kevin for a while. They didn't know Kevin was inside the car. Kevin stops the car at one place and gets out. Then the police realize, oh, this is Kevin. Kevin laughs at them and then leaves from there. Meanwhile, we see Harry who quickly takes the bartender to Richie. And the bartender starts telling the story to Richie. The bartender says inside the bar there was a fight between me and him. He had a knife. I thought he would kill me. So before that, I picked up the knife and stabbed him in the stomach. Not just once, again and again. This caused his death, and I got very scared. I was thinking of throwing his body somewhere, but I was very afraid of being caught. So I cut up the body and stuffed it into the box so no one would find out. Richie asks, "Do you have a family?" The bartender replies yes and says they're in Spain. My wife ran away with another man. Richie gets angry and shoots both of his legs. Then Richie says, "Thank you for bringing him to me. Now you can leave. I want to talk to him because I still have some doubts." So Harry leaves from there, and Richie sits on the box that contains the chopped up body of his son and starts crying. Harry takes his car and goes to a hotel where Bella is staying. As soon as he arrives, he starts asking Bella, "What do you need? Why did you call me here?" She starts saying, "I messed up everything. I took Anthony with me to meet my father, and I also filmed my father using a camera. But now that whole recording is with Anthony. He says he'll make a copy of it, and if I say anything more, he could even tell my father. That's why I'm badly trapped." Harry says, "Don't worry, I'll handle it. Where is Anthony right now?" So she gives him Anthony's address. She also tells Harry, "Why are you doing all this? Our family is full of monsters." Harry says, "We are all monsters. If you don't like this game, you can get out." Harry tells her, "You call Kevin. Meanwhile, I'll go check on Anthony." And he takes his car and leaves. Then we see police who are doing excavation work at place. There, they find a coffin, and inside the coffin, there are 2 dead bodies. One of the bodies is of Archie. And with this suspense, the episode ends. Friends, we hope that you liked our explanation. Please make sure to subscribe the channel. We'll meet again with the next episode. Till then, stay happy and take care of yourself.